Okay, so let's move on to question number 3. So question number 3 is a more general electronics design question, and here what you need to do is read the question, understand what the requirement is, and find a suitable electronic circuit for this. Okay, so in this question, it says design an automatic door system for the faculty common room, this is the canteen, which fulfills the following requirements. Okay, so you're given two requirements. The first requirement is during the night time, the door can only be opened by authorized students or staff by scanning their fingerprints. Okay, so during night time, you're given one criteria. The door can only be opened by students or staff members who are authorized, and they need to scan their fingers, and then only authorized people can go through. Okay. The second criteria or second condition, during the daytime, the door should open automatically when a person stands in front of the door for 1 second, but should not open for dogs or other animals. Okay, so hope that is clear. During the daytime, if a person goes and stands in front of the door for 1 second, right, it should open, but it should not open if a dog or other animal stands in front of the door, right, no matter how long. Okay, so you're given the conditions, and then you're also given the following information. You're told the following devices are available to you. First, a fingerprint reader, which is called F, which gives a logic high when an authorized fingerprint is scanned. Okay, so that makes it easy. So you're given the fingerprint reader, which is designated F, and whenever authorized fingerprint is scanned, it gives a logic high, right? So that's nice. Second, a light sensor which outputs a digital low when light falls on it. Okay, so this is a light sensor L which gives a low when light falls onto it. So when light hits this light sensor, it's low, other times it's high. Okay, you're also given two different pressure plate sensor modules. Pressure plate P gives a digital high when a weight of over 10 kgs is applied onto the plate. The other pressure plate sensor S gives a logic high when a weight over 2 kg is applied. And it's also said you have access to several P and S sensors. Okay, so you have pressure plates P, which is sensitive to 10 kgs, and pressure plate S, which is sensitive to 2 kgs. Okay, you're also given a digital clock C, which has a square pulse output and a period of 1 second. And you also have access to any logic gate or flip-flops which you need. Okay, so let's see what is asked. You only have one part. Part A, using the signals from the detectors, design a logic circuit to control the automatic door D, which remains closed when supplied logic high, right, but opens when a logic low is supplied. Draw a circuit diagram in the space provided. Okay, so what do you need to do? You need to create a logic circuit where D, right, it's closed, right, it's closed when it's high, right? So we need to come up with a circuit which you write for D bar, right? So whenever this statement is false, right, then it will become, so whenever the statement is true, then D bar, right, D bar is high or D is low, and then the door will open. Okay, so we need to make an expression for D bar, right? And let's break this down, right? Let's break this down into two parts. Let's say in the daytime, okay, daytime, what do we need? And at the nighttime, what do we need? Okay, I think the nighttime is easier, so let's first start with that. Okay, it says in the nighttime, the door can only be opened by authorized students or staff by scanning their fingerprints. Okay, Okay, what does that mean? The fingerprint reader which gives a logic high when an authorized fingerprint is scanned. Okay, so that means during night time it should only be high when f is high, right? So the Boolean expression is when f is high, um, the we want the door to open. Okay, fair enough, that's easy enough, right? And you don't need to worry about pressure plates or anything else. As long as the fingerprint is red, then that's fine. During the daytime, what do we need? We need the door should open automatically when a person stands in front of the door for 1 second, but should not open for dogs or other animals. Okay, now lots of people approach this in different ways, and I give marks for many different answers, but the logic for this part should be that, well, you have to, first of all, you need to recognize that a person, right, a person is heavier than 10 kgs, right? And then a dog or a cat, right, is less than 10 kgs. Now, well, we've also been given the other pressure sensor which is for 2 kg, but this actually you do not need. This was sort of a trick part. You don't need. There are some students who came up with creative ways which worked for this, right? But actually in the simplest method, you don't need this, right? So all you need to do is you need to say, okay, let me just erase this bit down. Okay, all you need to do is you need to have at the daytime when the pressure sensor P is high, right? When the pressure sensor P is high for 1 second, then this needs to go high. Okay, so that's actually it, right? That's actually it. Let's see how you can make this into a proper circuit. Well, let's do it like this. So first of all, how do you tell whether it's daytime or nighttime? Well, we're also given this light sensor which outputs a low when light falls on it, right? So during nighttime, then there's no light falling in it, and then the light sensor L is going to be low, it's going to be high. So whenever L is high and the fingerprint reader is high, so when L is high, that means it's night time, right? And when authorized access is given from F, right, we want the output to be high. Okay, so that's one part. And then during the daytime, so when L is low and when the pressure plate is high, the heavy pressure plate is high, we do that. Okay, now there's this other complication that we need to go this for 1 second, right? Now how do you do that? Well, if you want to do anything with time, you need to use a sequential circuit, right? So what we'll do is we'll actually connect this, right? We'll connect this through a flip-flop, right? And this is what you'll do. You can just do something like this, where you have a flip-flop. It could just be a D flip-flop or a JK flip-flop. What's the best way to do this? Well, we'll connect this through there, and then actually just connect this to the clock. Right? And one way we could do this is just to have a D flip-flop here and connect this directly to the pressure plate sensor P, and now you can connect this to you can do, the proper thing to do would be to check whether it goes over 1 second, and you actually need to connect this onto another JK flip-flop and get the output from there. But I think at this level, just if you identify that you need to send this through a flip-flop and through the clock, I think that's enough. So this part, and then we'll have the light sense over here. Okay, and what we have, this is L bar, so let's put this onto there, output here, and gate over there. That's one part. This is all of this is taking care of this whole part. This is for the night time, and then no, I'm sorry, this is the daytime. What am I saying? Yeah, this is the daytime, and for the night time, all we need is just L and F. So we have the line coming from F, and then we just take it from here and gate over there, and that is going to go to, you can call this either D, or a nicer way to do this would probably just be to put a NOT gate and then just call it D, and that's it. So this, if you drew something like this, you get full marks, right? Even if you draw something a little bit different but which does the same thing, you get full marks. In this, marks were allocated for identifying these two Boolean expressions, right? So marks were allocated for the Boolean expression, marks were allocated for realizing or identifying that you need a flip-flop that is connected to the clock, right? And marks were given for drawing a correct diagram. This is the electronic diagram, the circuit diagram, for whatever Boolean expression that you came up with, right? So as long as it was reasonable, you got marks for this. Okay, so we'll stop at this question and we'll move on to the next one.